So why are we still getting a couple of haters? Thank you, Enzo Amare. Still for Impact Wrestling. I don't understand this at all. Still getting a couple of haters over here. And I swear, I'm not going to spend much time on this, but I have to mention it. The success of Impact Wrestling is obvious. Listen, how long has it been on the air? Just ask yourself that question. How long has it been on the air? Even through the changes of ownership, Ryder and Jerry Jarrett, Jeff Dixie, and the current Anthem broadcasters, you know, the whole TV company that owns Impact Wrestling now. The TNA years, Aces and Eights, Bischoff, Hogan, right? Ric Flair, Booker T, and the nonsense that he is. That's a whole other story with Booker T, right? Did you read what Booker T said about CM Punk's promo a couple of weeks back on AEW, The Last Dance, when CM Punk gave this great promo at AEW in Chicago when he first night back his debut at AEW, Booker T came out and said, "Oh, that was lackluster." Booker T is such a kiss ass now. I don't understand what happened to Booker T. Booker T is so what's the word I'm looking for? Dumb. He's so bitter. He's like a bitter old man. That's what Booker T is. Anyone who had a problem with CM Punk's promo at AEW Dynamite a week back is absolutely bitter, in my opinion. I couldn't believe what Booker T was saying. That's a whole nother story. We're not going to talk about that. Now we have this new era of Impact Wrestling, right? This new era of Impact Wrestling where AEW is clearly, in my opinion, saying, look, Impact is just as good as any promotion out there. And we believe it to be as much that we will work with them. That's AEW, Tony Khan, and the Jacksons, Cody Rhodes, the boys over there, management. But still the haters. Still the haters out there. After all these years, the haters are still there. Anyhow, this is High Impact. We're going to get it started. I'm Nick Anthony. So Victory Road is starting to look really good. Victory Road is starting to look really good. September 18th for Impact Wrestling. Ace Austin and Christian. Now, see, the stipulation on Impact Wrestling this past Thursday was Tommy Dreamer was chasing a goal of trying to get into, because Scott D'Amore said, hey, it's going to be a three-way at Victory Road, possibly. It's for the number one contendership. Ace Austin, Tommy Dreamer, one-on-one. What a great match, though. In my opinion, though, Tommy Dreamer needs to hang it up. The same reason I have problems with the old guys, Brock Lesnar, all these old guys coming back to WWE. It's the same reason I don't like Tommy Dreamer in Impact Wrestling. He needs to stop. Just be that backstage executive, that backstage help, that help in the back. I don't understand why Tommy Dreamer has to get his name out in front after all these years. He is the innovator of violence, and that's all he needs to be. We know his legend. We know he can go. We don't need to see that again. However, he did go down to Ace Austin, even though it was with help by the Madman Foot. Anyway, so we will have Ace Austin versus Christian at Victory Road, which I am looking forward to. Christian didn't look too good at the end of AEW, though, after the Elite completely took him down. But I feel after that segment at AEW that Christian may go over. What's your opinions on that at the BW247 in the Facebook group, the Pro Wrestling 247, the Facebook group? I think Christian will go over Kenny at what you call it? What is it? What's that pay-per-view? All Out, Sold Out, whatever it is. I think he will. But we're talking Victory Road for Impact Wrestling. That's Ace Austin and Christian. That's going to be good. That's September 18th in Nashville, Tennessee. Are you going to be watching that? You're going to watch Victory Road September 18th. Also on that card is going to be, Jason Alexander had an open challenge. And guess who showed up? Former X Division champion Jake Crist showed up at Impact Wrestling. We haven't seen Crist since early 2020, I believe. So he signed a new contract with Impact Wrestling. The open challenge was sent out by Jason Alexander. Crist came out, and a good showing by Jake. But eventually, Alexander would go over, setting up a great match because Sabin came out, and it's going to be Chris Sabin versus Jason Alexander, and you know those two can go for the X Division Championship. Now the stiff is that Jason Alexander is he's going to try to cement his name in the X Division. No one ever has been the 9-time X Division champion over at Impact Wrestling, and Jason Alexander is going for that. All in all, Impact Wrestling looked pretty darn good, man. Most matches, in my opinion, were low C's. I think it was more of a setup for what's coming to fruition in Impact Wrestling. It wasn't that much action. Swan and Willie Mack versus the Good Bros. That was a good segment. That's going to be a strong... You know what? Now that I think about it, that's what all our eyes are on at this moment. We all know Rich Swann, Willie Mack, they all can go. And, of course, Gallows and Anderson. And by the way, do you think... this is for my Impact Wrestling fans, because I don't know how many of you guys are wrestling fans. How many of you wrestling fans are actually watching Impact Wrestling in the Facebook group or YouTube or Twitter, wherever we were streaming to? I don't know if a lot of mainstream wrestling fans are watching Impact Wrestling. And I brought this up before the show started. I don't know why you guys aren't doing it, because AEW is clearly putting their support in Impact Wrestling. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Anderson. Carl Anderson is spending a lot of time talking about WWE still. Now, how long has he been gone from WWE? I mean, a while now, right? And he's still, he's bitter. He's upset. I guess it's the paycheck. But listen, he's getting a paycheck from AEW. He's getting a paycheck from Impact Wrestling. What's the problem? What's the problem, Anderson? Just move on, dude. You don't have to bring up WWE every time you pick up a microphone, bro. Get over it. Just my opinion. Let's go over the card from this past week's Impact Wrestling. Wild and Grace with Ellering defeated The Influence. Decay out of the appearance. Crazy Steve. There was no way without the Jose. Alexander defeated Jay Christ, as I mentioned. Raju and Sierra defeated Green and Cardona. And Austin defeated Dreamer. That was the card for Impact on Thursday night for Impact Wrestling. Some sad news in the world of professional wrestling. Daphne passed away. Sad news. A ton of wrestlers went to social media to talk about Daphne and what she was going through. I mean, it's pretty sad. Mick Foley, one of the ones who wrote this really heartfelt post on Twitter or Instagram, whatever it was. He said, our wrestling world was dealt a severe blow on Thursday with the news of the passing of Daphne following the release of a disturbing video in which she talked of doing harm. Now, did you see this video? Now, the first time I heard about this was in the Facebook group, that there were some disturbing videos of Daphne pretty much screaming out for help. She was, I don't know, hurting, I guess. I don't know. It just tells you that, I mean, this is suicide. I mean, she was, I don't even know. I'm just going to read it. I don't know how to react to that. Mick Foley continued by saying the release of a disturbing video in which she talked of doing harm to herself. This is Daphne in a video posted. Once I became aware of the video, Mick Foley did what he could, he wrote, to try to reach out to her, calling, but his attempts went straight to voicemail. So many people, from what I've been reading, were trying to get a hold of Daphne. Even the police, from what I read earlier, were trying to get a hold of Daphne because they saw the videos. People were reporting the videos. Daphne, she's saying she's going to do harm to herself, and she's going through this depression, I guess. So Mick Foley tried to call her. Police tried to call her. No one could get a hold of Daphne. Foley continues by saying, I heard from several of her friends who told me they too were unable to reach her. The other day, he woke up to terrible news that Daphne was no longer with us. Then he goes on and talks about her days in WCW and what he remembered most about Daphne. It's pretty sad. Sean Patrick Brown, so sad to learn of her passing, although this was a beautiful tribute. I never understood why in the 2000s she wasn't given a big push somewhere. She was a super talented in the ring, so hot, and had a cool, different gimmick. Never made sense to me. The TNA never matched her with a top star, and WWE never wanted her. I remember watching a match of hers in WCW, and it goes on and on and on from this guy. Darren Knighton says, a sad loss. Yeah, it was. Just seeing someone, put that video out there and not really ask. I mean, that was a cry for help, but when someone was there to offer help, I guess it was a little late. I don't know. Sad news, though. So rest in peace, Daphne. You will be missed. You will be missed. In other news, did you see this article or this story? And Samoa Joe had something to say about it as well. About Vince McMahon and WWE. And I know this is an Impact show, but I'll tie it in here. This is the reason why I watch Impact Wrestling. This is the reason why I watch AEW and not WWE. And I asked the question in the Facebook group, are you going to watch Victory Road? Are you watching Impact Wrestling? Because you should be if you aren't. And I promised that I wasn't going to spend much time on this, but I have to say it. You complained about Impact Wrestling being horrible. And now that it's good, you still aren't watching. Even though it wasn't bad when you were complaining about it, because all the guys that were in Impact TNA are now in WWE. Then again, WWE sucks right now. So maybe there is something to that. I don't know. Article came out. WWE is giving the directive to their talent scouts that they are no longer looking to bring in independent wrestlers. What? They are no longer looking to bring in independent wrestlers, which I find ridiculous. Why wouldn't they bring in independent wrestlers? They already have a fan base, right? Independent wrestler Killer Kross already had a fan base, even though he went to Impact Wrestling for a while. Already had a fan base. Everyone loved him. But they will not go for independent wrestlers anymore. That's the new directive, quote unquote. WWE is okay with AEW having all the independent talent to itself. And that's why AEW is successful. That's why Impact Wrestling is successful. They're going after independent wrestlers as well. Impact Wrestling. They are back. This is WWE. This is what the article is saying. They are back to scouting by aesthetics and teaching people with the right look to be WWE superstars. Not going to work. Not going to happen. Because, yes, they look good. They're big and bad, and they got the muscles and the whole look that Vince likes, and we all know what that look is. But they don't have the talent and or gift, because talent is a lot different than gifted, right? You can not be talented, but you can be gifted. And that's what WWE is failing to realize. If you pick somebody off the street, say a bodybuilder, and you make him into a professional wrestler, he's just a bodybuilder that's professional wrestling. He sucks. He's probably horrible. My opinion. They are back to scouting by the looks, teaching people the right look to be WWE style wrestlers. Samoa Joe commented on this new directive, or this directive that they're going back to. Speaking to Talking Sports in an interview. He goes, yeah, there is a directive. They do come straight from Vince McMahon. Vince says, hey, this is what we want. But the directive is weird, he said. They've been around forever. I worked for WWE in developmental when I very, very first started in California. And these directives existed, but they change. It changes based on the needs of the company. And the company needs a changing fast. These directives needs to be changed fast. They need the independent wrestlers. They need to draw fans. Well, maybe not, because they have the fan base, but they need to draw the attention of the wrestling fan. The wrestling fan. Yeah? You get what I'm saying there? Jay Hawkins, in my opinion, Vince McMahon is making a huge mistake, is what Jay is saying. Jared Byron put Vince in a home. Aaron Ellery. Wrestlers don't look like wrestlers. When I see Sami Zayn, and I love Sami, I like it. I see. I take it as a joke, and he's a professional wrestler. Meanwhile, if Braun says he's a pro wrestler, I'd be like, dang, looks like he can really jack things up. True. Sean Patrick. Thing is, they do this on and off, and they have for years. They build and push a guy with a great look, but eventually the fans get bored and they need you. True. You're right, Chad. Fans do get bored and they need an influx of talent in the ring. Guys from the indies to deliver great matches. Soon, their Zayn's, Owens, and Baylor types will drive. You're right. And that's what happened to the Shelton Benjamins, the Morrisons, Trevor Murdoch's, who's in NWA, Lance Kincaid, or whatever his name was, who died, by the way. That whole era. Oh, the only one left out of there is Randy Orton and the Hardys, I think, were in that era, that same era. Outside of that, who's there? Let's see. Jay Hawkins. Oh, I already read that. In my opinion, Vince McMahon is making a huge mistake. Sean Pinkett. I like it. WWE has a following that's not going anywhere. Let AEW be its own thing, which works for both companies. Vince is playing fair, and they will still take indie guys, but younger ones that will go through NXT and the Performance Center before they see TV. Just not a ton of big indie names that can easily go to AEW and thrive. He loves it. Okay. I don't see it working. It hasn't worked yet. I guess you can say Brock, but he was a wrestler. He was a UFC, MMA. So I don't think that counts. Your thoughts and opinions on that, you can write in on YouTube, Twitter, and or Facebook group, ProWrestling247.com. Let's see what else happened in the group. Still talks about the NXT brand, the logo for NXT. People are still debating on that. Not a lot of talk about Impact Wrestling, which I find hard to believe. Well, maybe not. People still hate on the company. I don't like it. Sadly, I'm sure NXT as we know it is dead. On the plus side, NJPW is going to give me 2 solid professional wrestling shows this weekend, so at least there's something to look forward to that softens the blow of losing NXT. With a big picture of Brother Love. That's pretty much it. Big Rampage show today. Did you guys watch Rampage? What you think of that? It was just the it was a countdown. Also following Rampage is a countdown to All Out. Boobaliath and I are going to do a watch along. All Out this coming Saturday. No, excuse me, this coming Sunday. All Out. Can't wait for that. That's pretty much it that's happening on the group. Let's see. NXT reboot will be overseen by Vince. Oh, God. I didn't see this. I didn't know. So, Triple H, let me read this real quick. I didn't see this news. Let me read this. Blah, 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 blah. Wait a minute. Hold on. I clicked the wrong button. Hopefully, I don't get a pop-up. Oh, I lost it. Shoot. Hey, wait a minute. Is this right? Is Triple H still going to be over NXT? Am I reading this right? Triple H is still going to be over NXT, right? Or is... Wait a minute. Well, this is coming from Meltdown Meltzer at Alvarez, so I don't know. NXT reboot will be overseen by Vince McMahon and Brother Love, Bruce Pritchard. Brian Alvarez said that he has heard from people in WWE who are telling him that the new NXT will be produced by Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. Alvarez said, like anything can be changed. Anything is possible, but I talked a while ago about how we're going to have a new NXT. It's going to be like the old NXT. I have heard from several people now that when they go back to live shows, this is going to be a Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard production. The plan is for a complete overhaul of the brand. Last Friday, they introduced a new logo. Yeah, we know that. This starts September 14th. Tennessee Performance Center. NXT is expected to have different lighting. We already know that, but is Triple H still going to be over it? Someone answer me that question. Is Triple H still going to be over NXT, or is it just going to be Brother Love and Vince? Because that's going to be a nightmare, dude. I still don't understand why the brand shakeup, the rebranding of NXT, that never was the problem. Never was the problem. It was the main roster. Anyway, that's like I said, that's the reason why I'm watching Impact Wrestling. And you know what? Another thing about Impact Wrestling, it's got minus uh minus I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this because I didn't like it when the WWE did it. I didn't like it when AEW did it. We need fans, right? Impact Wrestling has this scaled down audience, and it's smart for them because they know what they can pull, what they can draw. So they got this real intimate feeling, much like NWA in their studio shows. I don't know if I like it, honestly, but I understand it. They're playing to their crowd. They're playing to what they know and what they can produce, what they can draw. So if they got to move to a small venue, a smaller venue like a studio, and then bring in maybe 50, 75 to 100, 200 people, that's what they have. But it loses, in my opinion, it loses something. I don't know what that something is. It's atmosphere, ambiance. There you go. There's a good word. It loses the wrestling ambiance of fans. Fans are deeply needed in professional wrestling. During the pandemic, which we're still in, early pandemic, when WWE was still rolling, AEW was still rolling, Impact was still rolling, and no fans, no other wrestlers were in the building. I hated it. Everyone hated it. Fans are desperately needed. And I think if Impact Wrestling pushed it just a little bit more somehow, but then again, you got to have the fans, you got to have the people, you got to have the bodies to put in the seats. So in that one regards, I understand them going to a smaller studio atmosphere, but it takes away, in my opinion, because I was watching Impact this past Thursday, and when they were grappling for position and or on the mat with particular body holds are tied up, there was like, you can hear a pin drop, you can hear a mouse fart, and it's like, come on, I need that ambiance. I don't know, maybe it's just me. You tell me what you think about that. Also, let me know if you're going to watch Victory Road. And on the same note, are you watching Impact Wrestling? And if not, why aren't you watching Impact Wrestling? You better have a pretty damn good reason to, or I'm gonna jump through this freaking camera and come after you, dude. I am. I did not watch NWA Empower. No, I didn't. Sorry. Didn't watch it. I love Billy Corgan. We spoke, Boobs and I spoke with Corgan, but I don't know. Didn't watch it. Sorry, dude. Let's see. I didn't watch Impact. No, excuse me. I didn't watch SmackDown. Sorry. I didn't. Roman Reigns was on it. Was on this week. He's on every week, isn't he? I didn't watch Roman. I didn't watch SmackDown. People are saying that AEW's involvement with Impact Wrestling is a bad thing. And I don't understand why they're saying it's a bad thing either. People are just so negative of Impact Wrestling, and I don't get it. Impact Wrestling with AEW is basically putting eyes on Impact Wrestling. And AEW saying that we have faith in Impact Wrestling. So you can hate all you want, bro. Christian Cage. I see Ace Austin beating Christian Cage at Victory Road. I think Ace Austin should also head over to AEW after he beats Christian. What do you think about that? I do believe that Impact wrestlers, if you are on Impact Wrestling and vice versa, AEW, you're getting paid from both companies. I would. If your agent isn't getting money from both companies, then fire your agent. I think the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, I think they're getting paid from Impact and AEW. So is Christian. I think so. I don't know for sure though. Don't quote me. I love Decay. Crazy Steve. Oh yeah. Yes, I saw the I saw it. The Lucha Bros, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson. Yeah, I saw AEW Dynamite. It's good. What's that? Flame, I see Omega retaining, and I do see that being the main event for one reason. After Omega retains, as he celebrates, the lights go out. Europe starts to play. The final countdown hits him. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, Bryan Danielson is going to show up at All Out. No doubt about it. Ugh. Couple of haters. Every time I see Big Cass. Haters. You can't teach that. I do miss that. Enzo was good on the mic. Outside of that, he sucked. I can't wait to see Bryan Danielson in AEW. It's gonna be so good. But you know what? I can't say it was good for one company and then bad for another. So I'm gonna say it. AEW is hiring way too many WWE talent. We said it for Impact Wrestling, didn't we? So why can't we say it for AEW? Even though these AEW talents that they're signing are really freaking good. I think also their roster is getting too big. The reason we liked AEW, dude, was because it was a mainstream promotion that felt indie, right? Did I say that right? Yeah. It was a big promotion, or portraying to be a big promotion that seemed and felt freaking indie. That's why we like AEW. And I feel that the roster is getting way too big. Can't keep up with anybody. I got to get the no. I tell you one thing, CM Punk won't win. Write this time down. It is, I don't know what time on the East Coast, 3 hours from now. It's 11:33. So time mark this. CM Punk will lose if CM Punk, Bubalayev, if you hear me, if you're watching, I don't even know if you're watching or not. If CM Punk loses, I'm gonna bet right now. Let's see. What should I bet? Let's see. No, I'm not gonna wear a dress. I'm not gonna do that. I did that one time and it did not work out well. I'm not wearing a dress. If CM Punk, what's up, Whitey? If CM Punk loses, which I think he will, if CM Punk because I want him to lose. I want Allen to win. I'm going out on a limb and saying CM Punk will lose on Sunday. Boom. Promise. Now, I want to bet Boobalai. Boobs. If you're watching, give me a call, bro. I need to talk to you about something. I want Darby Allin. That promo that Darby said on AEW was pretty freaking good, dude. He said when CM Punk called him out to be the first, he was honored, but in all honesty, he should have been the last because it just fueled his fire or some nonsense he said. And CM Punk doesn't need to win. I want Darby Allin to win. Wouldn't that just like, because it's such a I mean it would be such a big swerve if CM Punk loses, right? It'd be so good. And they're gonna have a best 2 out of 3. It's gonna go on for a while. And eventually CM Punk, I think, should win. It's his first match. It's his first freaking match back. He should have ring rust and everything else. Yes. Or Sting intervenes. I like that too, Whitey. That would be perfect. Let CM Punk lose to Darby Allin on Sunday. Please, wrestling gods. And then build the storyline behind that. Turn Darby Allin heel. Is Darby Allin heel? No, I guess so, because he's with Sting. No, I guess he's face because he's with Sting, right? But Sting is kind of a tweener, right? Going back to WCW, NWO, he's kind of a tweener guy. I would think Darby Allin is more of a tweener now, too. But he does get a big fan reaction. But over CM Punk? This is what I would do. Let's do a little fantasy. I would put Darby Allin over CM Punk with Whitey's suggestion as Sting intervening and having the Sting Allin duo go completely heel. Yeah, I love Punk too, but it's time to move on. And if CM Punk is true to his word from his promo, he's here to help, then he doesn't need a victory. Not now. It's his first match back. And matter of fact, that could be his promo on Wednesday or whenever Dynamite's on. I get confused. If you knew my schedule, you understand why I'm confused on these freaking days when wrestling is on. He can be like, hey, it was my first match back. Ring rust and Sting's interference cost me the match. And then have him beat Sting. Sting would go over. I mean, well, Sting would go down to what's his nuts? To CM Punk, right? Yeah, of course. So have Darby Allin beat CM Punk on Sunday at All Out by interference with Sting. Then on Dynamite, CM Punk calls out Sting for his interference, beats the snot out of Sting. Darby Allin comes back down, beats the snot out of CM Punk. And there you go. That's how you set up for Darby Punk 2, where you can either have Punk win. Yeah, have Punk win at that point. And Sting is, well, no, because because didn't Sting say on Dynamite that he's just gonna let them two go at it, turn them heel? There you go, little fantasy booking, in my opinion. Darby wins, gets mad that Sting thought he could do it on his own. Yeah, we're on the same page, Whitey. We are on the absolute same page. Let's see, if Sting loses, what should I do? Give me some suggestions on this bet. If Sting, not Sting, why am I saying Sting? If Punk loses at All Out, what should I do? Because I'm going out on a limb here saying that Punk's going to lose. God, I'm so confused tonight. Give me some suggestions on what I should do. Dress is out there. I don't want to wear a dress. Makeup? No. I don't even have any makeup. Where am I going to get makeup from? I'm not going to go buy makeup. Forget about it. What are you saying, Flame? I never had a problem with TNA signing WWE talents. Well, yeah. I mean, educated wrestling fans didn't. It's all the marks out there. Flame says, I never had a problem with TNA signing WWE talent. Oh, where'd it go? I just lost what you were writing. Oh. I didn't watch Rampage. I was working. Dude, if you knew my schedule. Okay, so I'm up. Like right after I finish this show, I'm going to be freaking trying to get something in my stuff. I ate a burrito from. I went to, and I don't normally do this. I went to one of these burrito trucks, taco trucks here in LA. Right, it's right around the corner from the house. So I decided, and it wasn't the first time I went there, but I got a burrito and my stomach's it bothered me for like the past 2 days from this burrito. But anyway, I don't even know why I got into that. Sorry I brought that up. Sting or Darby face paint? Oh, good one. How am I good? I don't know how to do that, Whitey. Like a skeleton? Like you want me to? Because that's pretty much what they do. Sting NWO face paint? Maybe. I don't know how to do it though. And there's no one here who can help me. That's for sure. So the top suggestions is makeup or a dress. If CM Punk wins on Sunday All Out, which is the 5th, right? Yeah. How about this? If CM Punk loses, I'll do Darby for Halloween. I've already done Sting. All right, go for it. Halloween, you go trick or treating? Last time I've been trick or treating was with Micah, my son. And you can't do trick or treating now with COVID, dude. You got a Halloween party? You going to a Halloween party? We had one actually 2 years ago before the pandemic. Because last year I was in Mexico, but no, it wasn't for Halloween. It was the summer. Yeah, we had one 2 years ago. No parties. Sweet. Yeah, but you can't wear a mask. If you got the face paint on, Whitey, you can't wear a mask. Then you're subject to COVID. Where are you at? Florida? Here in Florida, right? It was some of said talents being signed that was a problem. Guys like Christian, Angle, Steiner, etc. perfectly fine, but guys like Val Venus blew. You know who else sucked? Was Mr. Anderson. Wait, what was his name? I mean, it was Ken Anderson, right? But he had something. What was his catchphrase on Impact? It was horrible. I hated him. I hated him so bad. Ken Anderson. Wait, was that his name? Anderson. And then he said it twice. Anderson. Oh, I hated that guy. I really did. He was horrible. Yeah, the Nasty Boys. Yeah, I'm completely with you, Flame. That's why we get along so well. Halloween is my Christmas. Same with Ivanito. Ivanito loves Halloween. It's like his favorite holiday. Mine is Thanksgiving. That's why I love Survivor Series so much for the WWE. Now Survivor Series blows. It sucks. It's not even one of the big fours anymore because they don't do the traditional Survivor Series matches. It's all stupid stuff. The big four is Raw, Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Money in the Bank now. Forget about Survivor Series. It's garbage. But dude, I can remember, and I told this Flame, you may remember this story. I've told it many a times on Classic Pro Wrestling 24/7 when it was Bad Blood, Gorilla Blood, OWW Radio, whatever it was. I can remember begging my mom. It was Thanksgiving. Oh, let's order. I want to watch the Hart Foundation because I love Bret Hart. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. I want to watch the Hart Foundation. Crying, tears running down my eyes. Thanksgiving, right? Oh, good times. Of course, she always bought it for me. That's when Survivor Series was really good. Now it blows. Sucks. Oh, Whitey, come. Oh, yeah, you live in Florida. That's why. Whitey said he doesn't wear a mask. I'm calling you out, dude. Still love you though, bro. I don't wear masks. I'm not afraid of COVID. Have you got your shot though? Please tell me you got your shot. I don't want you to die. Yeah, Ken Anderson. Thanks, man. That's funny. Anderson also was very injury prone. It was like almost every freaking month he was injured, whether on WWE or Impact, like always injured. He wasn't a good worker. Yep, Bret was amazing. My favorite wrestlers now, dude, are Jay Lethal, ROH. We met him at, where did we meet him? My first time talking to Jay Lethal was New Orleans. Was it New Orleans? No. Yeah, New Orleans. ROH Super Show with NJPW, New Japan, ROH, whatever year that was. Yeah, they had like a fan fest or whatever it was. Jay Lethal's a man. You had COVID? Oh my God, I'm sorry, dude. That doesn't mean, just because you had it once doesn't mean you can't get it again, dude. You can get it again. Did you get your shot? That's what I'm asking you. Because if you got your shot, God, you Floridians. Why do we have Florida? Can we give Florida away? Give it to Australia. Would you like to be Australian, Whitey? I've been watching on YouTube. Hilarious. They're like these public freakouts of people who don't want to wear masks. And the first thing they do is cite their constitutional right. Yeah, November last year, you had COVID. Dude, you still can get it. It's less, if now imagine you get COVID, but didn't get the shot. It would have been a whole lot worse, your recovery. That's what's happening with a lot of people. They that die, they didn't get the shot. Like a lot of these, I hate to say it because I don't want to turn this into political, and I know Boobs is going to hate it. But a lot of these conservative talk show hosts and conservative ministers who say, oh, the law is my constitutional right, they're all dying. Never got the shot. The shot's not going to prevent you from getting COVID, but it's going to help your body fight the thing off. You didn't get the shot either? Okay, well, hey. It's nice to know you, dude. Florida is not awesome. I went to Florida. Okay, well, first of all, no. I was actually talking to Boobs about Florida just a couple of hours back about the humidity in Florida. The worst. My honeymoon was in Florida. Hated it. Not the honeymoon, Florida. It rained. It rained for like 5 minutes, stopped, then started again. We dry off, then got wet. Dry off, then got wet. Then we found a lizard in our room. Oh, well, I thought it was a lizard. I don't know what it was. I was in Wildwood. Is that like a district of some sort? You got to get your shot, dude. Come on, stop it. Because you probably spread it to somebody in your family, and then what? You're screwed. Get the shot. One of my relatives sent this weird video that was talking about people that got the shot was becoming. Oh my god. Oh god. One of my relatives sent this weird video that was talking about people that got the shot was becoming magnetic. You know, like Magneto from X-Men. Yeah. I'm not joking either. They must have been on some serious. Yeah, no kidding, dude. Go to YouTube and look up crazy public freakouts. And I'm telling you, the rabbit hole that you're going to get into from these people on YouTube complaining about the shot is going to blow you away. Crazy. These people are dumb, in my opinion. At least, Whitey, you don't have an excuse for not taking it. You're just not going to take it. You're going to turn into Magneto. Come on. I heard that some people, and mainly right-thinking individuals, are saying that they are taking this topical drug that's meant for livestock, horses and cows and things like that, because they will not take the shot because it hasn't been tested, even though it has been tested and even though the FDA has approved it. I heard one lady's doctor actually told her to get the shot. She needed to get the shot, and she said no because she saw a doctor online that said it's gonna hurt her. And it's like, lady, your doctor is telling you to take it, but you're going to listen to some doctor online? What kind of sense does that make? Absolutely none. Get the shot. Stop it. I guess I got to watch Rampage. But I don't know. I got to head to work in an hour. I can watch it at work probably. 90 every day humid or 90 and rain. Dude, I'm telling you, we stepped off the plane at, what is it, McCarran? Is that McCarran in Florida? Or is that Atlanta? No, Atlanta is Heath something or other. I don't know. Whatever the stupid airport is. And the humidity hits you in the face like a freaking sidekick. I'm not a fan of Big E. I never was a big fan of the New Day at all. I think Boobs and I talked about this when the WWE finally shifted to this Disney feel when they went public, which is like November or October of 99 or whenever it was. I don't like New Day. It's too gimmicky, too kiddie. I don't know. Different strokes, different folks, you know. And I also don't like the portrayal of the black athlete with that. I don't know. It just seems stupid to me. Why can't we be taken seriously? Why do we have to shuck and jive? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to anybody? Good. Yeah, that's where I went. Orlando, Kissimmee. 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 Is it Kissimmee or Kissimmee? I think it's Kissimmee. Everything's so spread out there too. You need a car. It's like kind of like LA without the humidity. And we have more stuff that you can do and like and enjoy. Florida, you just want to retire and die. All right. If that's going to be it, anything else? I think we covered it. Let me look real quick. Victory Road, Christian Cage versus Ace Austin with Madman Fulton for the Impact World Championship. Josh Alexander versus Chris Sabin. That's going to be fun. For the X Division, stipulation is Alexander's going for his 9th, or retaining for his 9th, I guess. Is it Josh or Chris is going for his 9th? Whatever one. No, Josh is. No, Jason. I'm sorry, Josh. I called him Jason Alexander. You know who Jason Alexander is? That's the guy from Seinfeld. That's what's Jason Alexander's character name on Seinfeld? God, I can't think of it. It's Kramer, Elaine, Jerry, George. Jason Alexander's George. It's Josh Alexander. Jericho. No, you're lying, dude. That's not true. Jericho revealed that management officially wanted to call the group that would become New Day Fresh Coat of Paint. That's funny. Not true. That's funny. I hate I never got a chance to talk to Jericho. I hate that. Guess I still can, but it's whatever. Hey, Strowman's in NWA, isn't he? What are your predictions for All Out? Let me pull up the roster. I don't even remember the roster. All I know is a handful of matches. Let me see. AEW, All Out, card. Whatever. We're gonna do a watch along if you guys want to join us. We're just gonna give our comments on it. Maybe do our own kind of play-by-play thing. Where's the card? Why can't I pull up the card? Oh, here it is. Hopefully they don't give me a pop-up. All right, here we go. Please no pop-up. Please no pop-up. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, 2021 AEW All Out match, AEW World Championship, Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. I'm saying Cage will win. You know why? Because I think Ace Austin will beat Christian Cage at Victory Road. My prediction there. Christian will beat Omega, and then Austin will beat Cage at Victory Road Impact Wrestling, September 18th in Nashville. CM Punk versus Darby Allin. We already talked about that. Allen's going to go over Punk because of a Sting interference. CM Punk comes back on Dynamite and says, Sting, I'm challenging you. Sting loses to CM Punk. Darby Allin comes down, beats the snot out of Punk again. And that sets up Punk Allin do. Chris Jericho versus MJF. Wow, this is going to be a good match. This whole card is freaking amazing. Listen, Chris Jericho versus MJF. Oh, man. I don't even know. What do you say? George Costanza, think. Yeah. MJF versus, what's his nuts? Chris Jericho. Who do you got? MJF is so good. Chris Jericho, we already know, so good. This can go either way. I don't even know. You don't know. And that's the main thing about AEW. None of these things are predictable. None of these matches are predictable. You don't know who's going to win. You met Braun in Jacksonville? Is he a nice guy? I never spoke with him. Most of the newer guys, I spoke with some of the newer talent in wrestling, but a lot of them, Boobs and I haven't spoken to yet. Braun never spoke to him. Yeah. Jericho never. I see Jericho all the time when I was at NBC. But we scheduled something, but then something came up. He had to go with Fozzy or something. Yeah, George Costanza playing. I couldn't think of it. One of my favorite shows, Seinfeld. Well, who do you got? MJF or Jericho? I don't know, man. Guess I just got to toss a coin for that one. I like them both. Chris Jericho's going to quit. Isn't that the stipulation? He's going to quit. He's going to hang it up. He can't hang it up. But does he have a tour coming up? If he has a tour coming up with Fozzy, they're going to write him off. AEW Women's Championship, Dr. Britt Baker DLD versus Statlander. I love Britt Baker. Jim Ross did her such a big service, such a big deal. Jim Ross made Britt Baker. I mean, she has talent, obviously, but Britt Baker was made by Jim Ross. He put her over so much. You like Jericho, Whitey? He's awesome. Flame. Because the stip is Jericho loses, he never wrestles in AEW again, and they kept theirs. Yeah, they kept it with what's his nuts, Cody. Right? They kept their stipulation with Cody. Yeah, and MJF, he's been having Jericho's numbers the last 4 matches, whatever it's been. So eventually he's got to lose, right? Don't know. Am I right, Flame? You're the expert in all this. Jim Ross made Britt Baker? Just like Jim Ross made Stone Cold Steve Austin? Come on, tell me I'm wrong. Jim Ross put over these people. Britt Baker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, they wrestled, but without a Jim Ross saying, "Oh my God," screaming into the mic, Stone Cold, making us all believe. And the same thing with Britt Baker, Jim Ross. AW Tag Team Championship. It's the Young Bucks versus... Dude. We talked about this. There's no better tag team, in my opinion, than the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers in AEW. No better. Now, I'm not going to claim to say... I'm not going to claim to have seen every freaking tag team in New Japan or in these other promotions. But they're good. Lucha Brothers, man. I can watch them all day. I like Private Party too. I tried to get them on. Never spoke with the Young Bucks, no. Miro, AEW TNT Championship, and Eddie Kingston is so underrated. Don't you think? Don't you think Eddie Kingston is so underrated? He'll go over Miro, I think. Again, you just don't know with these matches because they're all so freaking... Everyone on the AEW roster is similar to the 1980s WWF roster, where everybody is a superstar. And you know who you praise for that? AEW pushing, the management pushing everybody. Yep. I would say JR and her back and forth with Tony Schiavone as well. So I say both JR and Tony. Yep. Thank you, Flame. You're picking Le Champion over MJF, Whitey, and Britt Baker over... Statler. Statlander over Baker. Okay. Yeah, Eddie, man. So underrated. Almost like a Christopher Daniels. So underrated. Christopher Daniels is a living legend, but no one... I don't know. Everyone bypasses him for some reason. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, living freaking legend. He can do it he can do it all. Jon Moxley versus Kojima. If I'm saying that right. It's going to be another good one. Jesus. One of the matches I really don't care about is Paul White versus QT Marshall. I can care less about that match. I'll go with QT Marshall though. Because the Gun Club is gonna interfere again, probably. Billy Gunn and his boys. And the 21 Women Casino Battle Royale for a future title. There's no more Awesome Kong. She retired. So I don't know. There's a lot of great women on that roster. AEW Sunday, September 5th in Illinois. That's that. What am I going to do? I'm not going to wear a dress. You got Britt retaining, Eddie Kingston winning. Yeah. I don't expect a long reign though. Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Ooh, yep. I'm with you, dude. Wow. Yep. Eddie doesn't fit that mold. Just like who did I mention? Christopher Daniels. They don't fit that mold. So they get overlooked, but they're freaking... good. What's this Jimmy Corderas interview that Chris D's posted. And why is it here? No, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna delete this post. All right. Hey, it's 12 my time, so it's like 3 on the East Coast for you. Where are you at, Flame? I don't even know. All these years, I don't even know where you live. QT. Paul doesn't have the stamina match. Did it look like he was limping when he was walking down to the ring? I know he had hip surgery. They were pushing that on Dynamite. Oh. Missouri. I'm sorry to hear that, Flame. Missouri. Oof. Did you guys get hit by Ida? No, huh? Did Florida get hit by Ida? I know Louisiana is in big trouble, man. And you know what? Nobody's really talking about it. It sucks. I know New York has been hit. Jersey. Sucks. Let me close this. I'm done with that.